versus reality. Sorry, just give me one moment. Sorry about that. Expectation versus reality. Now, I just read this phrase which says, what screws up in our life is what's there in your mind about the expectation you have about something. We think something is really beautiful in our minds, but in reality, may not be. I'll tell you how it goes. Something called as blog. I'm sure all of you know what is blogging. Do we? Yes, it is a small article written in a continuous base, on a recurring base, and it is put across in the website in a chronological order. This is all I knew about blogging. When I thought I wanted to blog, I went to the website just like all of us would do, our Google University, and checked how is that I could blog. The first thing what I saw is 70% of US bloggers earn more than $50,000. Now, isn't that a big money? I was surprised. I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to earn a lot by blogging. Then the next step, I went in and checked, how am I going to blog? They said it's 3 simple steps. It'll just take 30 minutes of your time. And I was like, wow, 30 minutes versus $50,000 down the line, it's a good win. I checked what are the 3 steps. First is choose a domain name. Like, wow, that's easy. The second was choose a web host. That was relatively okay. And the final thing was choose your platform. Now, I don't know what that was, but I did my research. I found all of that less than 30 minutes. I figured how it's going to be. And I knew all those 5 steps, which is important for planning. Well, the first one was outline. I know how my framework is going to be. I wanted to have cuisine. I wanted to have product review. I also wanted to have travel because I'm a travel lover. Keeping that in mind, then I went to the next steps that, okay, so what is the time frame? Let's keep it 6 months. It's realistic. I do not want to fail setting up a short timeline. And then I said, okay, how are we going to implement this? That's more important. So let's draw a chart and see the phases and the milestone of how my project is going to go ahead, which is blogging. I took up the name. I went to the host. Bluehost is what I choose. And they said, okay, ma'am, so here are the things you're supposed to do. Please give me your credit card detail. I was like, okay, first thing to happen is pay. I'm like, okay, not a big deal. About some 10 plus K. Like, okay, that was done. And I said, okay, am I ready to go online right now? I have 2 articles in place. She's like, no, it is not ready yet. We just have a name for you. What do you mean? They said 3 steps. I've completed my 3 steps. I chose you to help me. She says, no, ma'am, you need to have a developer. Or you will just have a template. I wasn't happy with the templates. Of all I wanted is customize. I even go to the restaurant and say, I want chicken biryani without pieces in it. So if I could customize so much, I wanted my website to be in a better fashion. Then it's like, okay, something's not worked out, may have missed. So this was way back in 2017. I have everything ready, but I don't know what to do with it. I've started paying money for my host. Somebody suggested me, why don't you go to a web developer or a designer? I don't even know which one it was. They will help you. Technical people are there, Padma, why do you worry? Great, I'm going to go ahead. I found a web developer. When I spoke to him, he said something which I absolutely do not understand. He said, SEO, CEO, I'm a CEO, I'm a founder. No, I said SEO, it's search engine optimization. Like, wow, technology and I never go along together. I just trusted him. I said, okay, here's what I want. Go ahead and do it and let me know when you're going to hand my website over to me so that I can start publishing my blogs. He said he wanted about a month. I was a little held up with my work. I said, okay, take 2 months because I was busy. Remember, this was 2017. Months passed, and finally years did. I was in 2018. My blog's not gone online. The one I thought is an expert was a quack. I was so disappointed that I spent my money. The expectation, what I had in my mind, did not come into reality. I didn't know what to do, did not want to put my trust in another web developer. As always, what we do when we don't trust somebody else, take up everything on us, right? I went ahead, Udemy, that was the next university where I went into, learned how to blog, what are the technical aspects you have to know. I was not coder, so I didn't know how it's going to be. Then came another surprise, like just buy a template. Your blog will be up and running. I went and bought a template, but I didn't know what to do with the template because it says you need to have certain way of putting the articles. You need to have certain pixel of your picture. I wasn't sure of all of this. So it's 2018, as I said. I was just going to give up. But what came back in my mind is 50,000. Well, 1 year before it was 50,000. For sure, it will become 75,000 now. I'm talking about dollars, which is a huge money, did not let me down. And my passion for cooking definitely did not let me sleep over it. That's when I realized, okay, once we fail, never mind. Let's figure another person right now. I went around searching and found another person. 2019 now, 3 years passed. Finally found a person. He says, here are the requirements. I need you to have 25 articles ready. And I asked him, so when will I be able to go online? Wait, I cannot work like that. You have to give me time till February 2020. I am booked until then. Like, wow. December 2019, and he says only 2020 February is when I can go live. I lost hope, but didn't have a choice, so I had to trust him. I started writing my article, went ahead and spoke to him in the month of Jan, kept constantly following up with him. I even tried a YouTube channel and started a video. 2020 March, I made the payments. And then I could see my dream coming true. I could see few articles published, a few video, which is not related to me as yet, beautiful pictures. I see all of this. Failure is not a defeat. It's just a detour. Failure should be a teacher, not an undertaker. And failure is just temporary, not permanent. Remember this always. Any aspect you lose, you get back again. And that's exactly what I did. Signing off as a founder of Knife and Skewers. I request you to stop by sometime. It is www.knifeandskewers.com. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster Navneet.